The Now Pensions data breach was unintentional, but in December 2021, Derek Fisher from Livingston discovered his data had been breached deliberately, and he's still terrified of the implications. It all started with a humble light fitting.
June last year, we wanted to buy a dining room light, and I came across Lancashire Lighting. It looked like a professional company. It looked like a company that I would like to buy from.
When the light arrived, it wasn't right, so Derek returned it and asked for a refund. What followed was a customer service nightmare which lasted weeks on end, and it resulted in the refund being issued by his credit card company. But Derek didn't think the refund should be the end of the matter.
My next steps were then to go into a review website and leave an honest review. I've avoided this company. I'm now 52 days since I returned. I have still not received a refund. This has got to be the worst online experience I've encountered in 15 years.
The company's initial response to Derek's review claimed he hadn't told the truth, but nothing would force Derek to edit or remove his negative appraisal. So it remained on Trustpilot for the next 6 months, until Lancashire Lighting made a dramatic amendment to its own response.
They posted my name, number, address, all my personal information was there exposed online. I was astounded. I knew that the company were doing something that was illegal.
He immediately demanded that Lancashire Lighting remove his details, but nothing changed. So he reported the firm to Trustpilot, which did take the post down, and assured him that it would keep an eye on the firm's page for any other data breaches. But it didn't change any of the firm's previous posts containing the personal details of more unhappy customers.
There's still a number of responses left by this company posting personal details. It's just mind-blowing that a company have done this to a customer, not only myself, but to other customers as well. And they still operate to this day.
After Derek told us what had happened, it didn't take long to find the names, addresses and phone numbers of other Lancashire Lighting customers on its Trustpilot page. In some cases, they'd been there for months, and when we spoke to the customers themselves, they had no idea. Louise Hatfield left a negative review back in August after her unhappy experience of ordering a lamp for her grandma Vivian.
I found out that our personal details had been posted online when the BBC contacted me to let me know, basically. So they'd been out there on a public website for quite a number of months, my details and my grandma's. So I didn't tell my grandma to start with because I knew that she'd worry.
I wasn't happy at all when Louise told me. I felt just as if the whole world knew where I lived, and I didn't like it.
Louise reported the post to Trustpilot, which removed it, but her email to Lancashire Lighting simply went unanswered. Now, if you find yourself in a similar situation, your first port of call should be to contact the site your data has been posted to ask them to remove it. But if that doesn't work, do report it to the Information Commissioner's office. Aaron believes that while the risk posed by Lancashire Lighting's actions is relatively low, it's still a serious breach of the rules.
If it was a one-off, I think it was a mistake. This seems to have happened on a number of occasions. This is a really serious issue. If other companies see that this is how you can get rid of bad reviews, it can spread really quickly. And what are Trustpilot doing about it? They should be removing this data. The fact that they're just sitting there days and weeks later and it's still there, that's just really awful.
Derek reported the breach to the Information Commissioner's office, which told us it was assessing the information that he'd provided. We also tried to speak to Lancashire Lighting about all of this, but it didn't respond to our calls or indeed our emails. Trustpilot, however, told us that its guidelines are clear, that businesses should not include reviewers' personal data in their replies, and that as soon as the offending posts were reported, they were removed. It says it found a further 3 such posts after we got in touch, which have now also been deleted, and Trustpilot added that it has since told Lancashire Lighting that any further misuse will not be tolerated and may be met with formal action, but that it has not seen any further signs of misuse since this warning. It doesn't take much data to leak out online for fraudsters to start foaming at the mouth. So if you discover any organization that has breached your data, it's really essential that you act. We've